Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Hobbydude 007 channel and Model Cars and Coffee with Hobbydude. Today I want to share with you my wife Amanda's all-time favorite car, something she drove in high school and college, and that was her 1969 Barracuda. Now, it was a really cool car, but of all the model kits out there, the 69 Cudas are all fastbacks. Hers was a coupe. Let me share it with you.
Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.net.
The 1969 Barracuda came in a fastback, a hardtop coupe, and a convertible. Amanda's was the coupe, and it had a black vinyl top. It was painted in Plymouth Blue Fire, and that's a color that's also available from MCW Finishes. It also had a interior color that was kind of a blue-gray, and it was Plymouth L2B blue. Really cool color, and was very nice. Well, to do a coupe, it was going to be kind of a difficult thing to do, in that the only available kits are the very popular fastbacks. Well, fortunately, my buddy Kenny K-Dog Shores with Bandit Resins came out with one of the cleanest and nicest Barracuda coupes I have ever seen. The scripts, everything is on here, very accurate, very smooth. And this kit also came with the interior tub for the coupe, very well detailed and just a great molding. Well, for this one, I went ahead and decided, since the MPC kit lacked a lot of detail for the chassis, I was going to use the underhood chassis and the main chassis itself, really, from the AMT 71 Duster kit, which worked out absolutely beautifully. Starting off with the engine, I'd robbed a 318 out of a truck kit, and I cannot remember which truck it was. It's been so long ago. But went ahead, painted the engine in Chrysler engine blue, wired it up, used a parts by parts breather, as that's what kind of a chrome aluminum breather is what she had on it. Added all the wiring, plumbing, dipstick, all of that kind of stuff, and I think overall the engine turned out pretty well. You'll see on top of the engine here the inline, I called it the old bubbler, but the inline glass fuel filter. And there it is, fully plumbed, ready to go into the car. And moving to the interior, went ahead and painted it. This is also an MCW interior paint color. And what would an interior be without a set of keys in the ignition? So this came from a photo etch set from Model Car Garage, and I think it just added a beautiful little touch as you see the keys in the ignition there. And the chassis itself, went ahead and painted it in a gray, primer gray, and did the undercoating in the wheel wells, and then did the overspray that you typically saw on these old Mopars underneath. And here's a look at it with the interior sitting on the chassis. And that's that resin interior. And here's a look at the engine once it's fully installed. And you see the heater hoses and all that kind of stuff there. But a really, really nice looking little engine bay. The wheels were very unique for this car. Even though it was a 1969, in late 1968, I think it was September, the W23 Road Warrior wheels that you see here that came on the 68 and early 69s, actually in 68 they were recalled because the centers, the aluminum in the center of the wheels were cracking, and it was causing some of the lug nuts to back off, to loosen a little bit. For some reason, Amanda's still had a set on the car when she bought it. And here's a look at the, and by the way, these wheels come with that MPC AMT 69 Barracuda kit. And you can see here I used the tires from an AMT parts pack, the red line tires, to match what was on the car. And I even put brand new tire stickers on the tread, just like you'd just gone and bought baby new shoes. So you got new stickers on the wheels. But I think these turned out really, really nicely. The body itself, here it is in primer. And I used Tamiya primer on this. And again, that MCW, Model Car World Finishes, Blue Fire Metallic. And because we had a vinyl top, we kind of left that alone and got our base coat down. And for the vinyl top, I was going to use the Model Car Garage vinyl top kit, which I've used before. And it's great, but I wanted to try something different. So I put down some thin strips of evergreen on the roof and then masked everything off and then shot it with semi-flat Krylon. And as you can see here, it yielded a really nice vinyl top. And that is a textured paint. And as you can see, it turned out pretty well, I think. And around the windows and the base of the vinyl top area there, I added bare metal foil and some Molotow in some places too. After that, we masked off the top and went back with MCW Finishes 1017 single stage clear. And this stuff is a really, really great clear coat. As you can see here, this is the trunk beside this STP sticker, and you see the reflection in it, and one as well as beside the door. Really good lacquer paint. I love MCW lacquers. Well, I like their enamels too, but the lacquers are really cool. Next up was the photo etch. I had sanded away all of the scripts on the body itself, even though they were crisply done. Went ahead and sanded those off and got a Model Car Garage Barracuda photo etch kit. And then we cut out what we were going to be using. And to apply these to the body, all I did was held those with some really tiny tweezers, and I lightly brushed some of that MCW clear onto the back, and that's what I used as the adhesive. And it's still on there, very strong. But I think that yielded a great look. The kit decals were what were used because that's what was on Amanda's car. The glass that came with the resin body was photo etch, and as you can see here, it was crystal clear. Once it was cut out, again, crystal clear, and it fit in like a glove. And here's a look at the finished car, just like hers. Now, you saw when I debuted that picture of the body, the Hot Wheels size car. Well, while I was doing one, I thought I would do another. The 24th scale was for her, and the 64th scale was for me. But while I was painting, I just built two of them, and I think those turned out really cool. Well, guys, let me get this turned around. We'll take a look at it on the turntable. Amanda's 1969 Plymouth Barracuda in Plymouth Blue Fire. Is that not just cool, guys? Her fondest memory, and a car she still loves to this day. Just an absolutely awesome car. Of course, Barracudas are classics, even this one. Now, while the Fastback was probably the most popular, I've got to admit, this was kind of my favorite too. Let's take a few close-ups here. See if I can get out of my own light there. In fact, let me slip that hood out of there a minute so we can get a close-up down of the engine. And even in its display case, there's a little dust in there. Sorry about that, guys. The radiator cap is photo etched. There's a few other little details in there. The washer bottle right there. Several other things were added too. I really think that vinyl roof turned out really, really nice. Always like the back end on those old Cudas too. Marker lights and those W23 Road Warrior wheels. And you get a good look at that, well, if I get out of the light again there. That classic Barracuda nose. And that photo etch, I think, really, really turned out well. And guys, that is it. If you've not worked with a resin body before, don't be intimidated by it. As you see, this turned out really, really nicely. Great lines. The interior, I had to do a little bit of grinding to get it to sit down on the chassis, but that's okay. The interior was originally designed for that MPC AMT original 69 chassis, and I was using the Duster chassis. Speaking of which, let me just go ahead and let you get a quick look at that too. And there we go. Did a little bit of weathering on it as well, using the Tamiya weathering kit. And there's your exhaust tips. The only real change I had to make to the chassis was it was a little bit long right behind the spare tire well there, so I had to cut off just a fraction off the back and then sand that down, and it tucked right up underneath that. But all that resin stuff really looked really, really nice. Well, okay guys, that's it for this one. Hope you all have an absolutely awesome week. Love you guys. Remember, God loves you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.